Hi, I'm Blaine Bartlett. I want to talk to you a little bit about leadership. I've been working in the field of leadership development for about 4 decades now, and I have actually learned a couple of things in that time. One of the things that stands out the most for me is that there seems to be some hidden laws that influence and impact how leadership is executed. The way I define leadership is that it's the activity of co-creating coordinated movement. And it's that activity of co-creation around coordinated movement that actually determines whether you're successful or not as a leader. The more co-creation there is and the more coordinated movement there is, the more effective you are going to be at getting what you say you want to have as a leader. Now, where these hidden laws come into play, and there are 7 of them that I've been able to identify, is that they impact the competencies that you've learned to develop as a leader. These 7 laws become either constraints or enhancers, depending on, number 1, your awareness, and number 2, how you use them. So what are these 7 laws? Very simple. First law is the law of distorted reality. Leadership is the activity of moving possibility into probability, and the law of distorted reality speaks directly to that. How do you move possibility into the idea of probability so that it can be executed on and turn into reality? That's what this particular law speaks to. The second law, hidden law of leadership, is the law of creative constraint. Every organization has constraints, and creative constraint basically is the way in which you turn coal into diamonds. Constraints create pressure in an organizational system. You want to be able to leverage that well. That's what the law of creative constraint speaks to. The law of requisite variety is the third hidden law that comes into play. And essentially what it does is it speaks to the nature of systems. As a leader, you work in a system, and the law of requisite variety speaks to the nature of choices in a system. The element in the system that has the most choices is the one that makes the best outcome. The law of requisite variety. The fourth law that comes into play is the law of the authentic self. As a leader, you set a ceiling on how far your organization and your people will actually perform. And it's authenticity that informs that. Do people have a way to connect with you and your ideas in a way that allows for them to say, I want to be a part of that? That's what authenticity creates. The fifth law that comes into play is the law of ontological design. You're continuously in the process of designing what your organization is going to be doing. And it's the design component that informs how you execute. So are you designing for the life of your dream, the life of your results to actually take form? The sixth law that comes into play is the law of elegant movement. And I call it elegant movement in this sense. Elegance is about creating movement in a way that has no unintended consequences. You want to be able to create elegant movement so that you can have the result that you want and not have to go back and clean up after yourself. The seventh and final law that comes into play is the law of massive motivation. Massive motivation speaks to literally how meaning is generated and then how is it leveraged in an organizational sense. Massive meaning, the law of massive meaning, or massive motivation more precisely, is about how you create high levels of emotional engagement. Emotional engagement. How do you get engaged employees? How do you get engaged stakeholders? How do you get engaged customers? It's through the law of massive motivation. So these 7 laws are what we pay attention to. I've developed a program that we're going to be delivering in Los Angeles, May 13 through 15. You'll be getting more information about that as you watch these videos. And I say these videos because I'm going to be posting videos very shortly here on each of these 7 hidden laws of leadership. So watch for them. I think you're going to enjoy them. They're going to be a little bit deeper dive into what each of these are and what it is that they actually can be used to facilitate as you, as a leader, move into your organization more effectively. This has been Blaine Bartlett. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Until next time.